Yo, this is your man Archie Santana again on my podcast on the crate. Today I got my man Richie Allen,
Richie
also
Allen.
known as Richie the Niro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's an up and coming artist out here. He's from the A or parts of Georgia. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let my man informally introduce himself. Richie.
I'm Richie Allen, Richie De Niro from Decatur, Candler area, Candler Road, and I'm an artist, musical artist. I'm in everything, but first I'm a music artist first. So Cashlife Richie, YBG Richie, Brick Wall Richie. I'm just Richie.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So today, man, tell the people, man, what is Richie bringing to the table, man? As far as your projects are concerned, where can the people tap in to become part of Richie's life? Tell me what you got going on. Tell the people what you got going on, man. This is your shot, baby. Tell the people what you got going on.
Well, music really, you can music everywhere. It's Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify. You really want to know me? Like I'm putting my story in music. So anything about me or who I am or what I'm bringing to the table, I'm bringing originality back. I feel like a lot of people not themselves, or they telling another story of themselves. I'm telling my story, who I am, and like, but real rap. Like I'm really rapping. I'm not mumbling. I'm not making this up. I'm not just doing it because it's something to do. Like my life is music, and
Wow, wow.
I feel like in my life I went through a lot that many people probably have went through or can relate to, but ain't nobody telling that side of the story. So I'm here to tell this perspective of life.
Okay, that's good. Um, Give the people some of your background, man. Did you finish school? Did you,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
graduated college, psychology degree. I actually had a 4.0 in college, so
wow,
I'm pretty
wow.
smart.
Okay, okay, I like it, man. I like that.
Sports, basketball, baseball, football. I went to high school, Southwest DeKalb. I graduated from West Georgia. For work, I work with kids like a teacher, paraprofessional teacher. So yeah, that's as far as smarts. I was just in school and in sports, and that's what I was into. And music was just always there.
So music was more of a passion, more or less. You know what I'm saying, all through your life. What age did you know that this is what I wanted to do? I want to be an artist. I want to explore. I want to push for this because I'm knowing you're going to college. So I knew that took a lot of time and effort
Yeah,
pouring into your works and
I wrote my first rap when I was 6.
wow.
I knew, looking back, I didn't know, but I always knew. Like I always did music, and it's like you tell your parents, I want to be a rapper, because they're gonna tell you want to be a no. You're gonna go to school, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. So like, I'm just doing what I gotta do. And then school was really my backup plan. I could go to school, I can be smart, I can do this, I can do that, and still do music. I don't want to say if it don't work out because I don't want to push that. But growing up, it's like, okay, well, your parents like, well, you gotta have a backup plan. You gotta do something. So for me, that was school. But
Is it fair to say, just interrupting that, man, and this is something I think that you're a great guy, talented guy. Your artistry, man, is out of this world. It's amazing. We'll get to a couple of clips of your music, man, later on in the show.
yeah,
But however, man, and this is for the people of today, man. They're speaking life, and to those who are listening, who are tuning in. Um, don't become a slave to life. Um, your reality, your dreams is your reality and your dreams. When we sometimes have backup plans, we've already placed it in a seat of doubt in the vision. When we have a safety net in the back of our minds, we know we have something to fall on. We have to sometimes walk on just faith alone. But anyway,
for real.
getting back to the reality, man, of life. So, as far as your projects, do you have anything that the crowd, the people have been looking for, coming soon, or are you You know, do you have any videos? Are you touring? Are you opening up? Give the people something.
Recently, I just dropped a mixtape called Strictly Personal.
Can it be found where?
It can be found on anything: Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music. It's everywhere.
Under
Richie Allen, Strictly Personal.
So that's
Strictly
Richie
Personal.
Allen, strictly personal.
Strictly business, but it's strictly personal.
Strictly personal.
Yeah.
So y'all make sure y'all tap in, man. Definitely, man, because this guy's vibing. You know, he's young and up and coming. And the thing about it, man, we talking about humility. You know, man, tell, you know, coming up in did you come up in a balance? You know what America loves to say, a balanced household. You know,
no, no,
you know.
I definitely grew up like. I mean, maybe I had more help, but as far as struggle and pain, I grew up like that. Like I didn't have everything I wanted. I didn't have both parents in the home. Some nights I didn't eat. Every night the lights went on. We didn't always have hot water. You know, and it's just me and my brothers. Like we struggled. We had to. Everything wasn't nothing handed. Like my folks ain't. I had to go out and work. I had to go out and do certain stuff just to make sure me and my brother straight. Or my brother had to do certain stuff to make sure we straight. Like we ain't. It wasn't like.
How many siblings is there in your? I mean, that was in the household at the time.
Well, I got 5 brothers and 3 sisters. At the time with my dad, it's probably like 3 of us. 3 of us. But I always lived with, I already moved from my dad to my grandma to I was around a little bit for school, really.
Yeah,
But I mean, I stayed with my grandma and I stayed with my dad. My auntie for a little bit. So,
Mom.
Nah, I ain't never really.
Okay.
Nah, I mean, when I was younger, but growing up, I didn't stay with my mom.
Okay. Is that something? Is that something maybe, man, that you that you know, as far as your endurance, your stamina, spiritually, emotionally, stamina, and your endurance, is that maybe where that comes from? As far as, you know, feeling as if trying to fill the void. Was there a void? Do you feel like there's a void missing because your mom wasn't, you know, present, you know, in your life? Is there any regrets there?
I wouldn't say she wasn't. I mean, not that she wasn't present, but our relationship wasn't ideal.
Okay.
Or just certain stuff she went through, she had to go through as a person.
Wow, good stuff.
But while we growing up, maybe I couldn't, you know,
Understand.
I can't explain. But yeah, it's definitely a void. I feel like a man. Most kids, they grow up single mom, but for a man to not have his mother, I mean, that reflected like you want love, you want like you don't know how to deal with women or dealing with women or just love in general. Like I grew up in a tough love household. So like how me and you talking, like my family, we ain't really, it wasn't always like I love you all the time.
Definitely.
Not saying it's like
Acclamation.
bad,
So it's fair to say there wasn't a lot of spoken words of love, support as far as like maybe am I?
Yeah, we just had different ways of showing it. I just feel like my folks was going through their stuff, and while I'm growing up, it's kind of not Justin. Not that I didn't have women. Look, I had my grandma and I had aunties.
Yeah.
But like from your mom,
It's different, right?
It just was, yeah. Like my mom was like, shit, I don't want to
It's
say
okay.
it,
It's okay. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just, you know, and not, you know, and it's just, you know, it's just what I'm getting at here, people out here, man, that it's possible. You know, it's, you know, this guy right here, man, is Richie Allen, man. He's a living testimony that because of circumstances and situations, man, in life, we don't always have to falter. You know, wherever he found his strength and his courage from, man, to endure what he made it through, man, it's you know, it can be done. We all don't have to, you know, sometimes we all don't have to fall in order to get it. If 100 people is telling you that you got a tail growing behind you, you might just want to turn around and check your behind out. But anyway, Richie, man, so you was the middle child? Were you the oldest, the eldest?
Middle child.
Okay.
I'm the middle child. I got 3 brothers older than me, 2 sisters older than me, and then it's me, and then a younger brother, little sister.
Do you have children?
No kids.
Oh, that's great. That's good. That's good. How old are you? I mean,
I'm 24.
24, man.
24.
24, man. So, as far as right now, employment. So, what's your occupation? So, what are you doing right now? What's going on?
Well, I work at a school
Okay.
and I'm a counselor.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I do that. I work with kids pretty much.
Okay. Challenge
School.
kids or just?
All kids in general. I mean, it started out I was a substitute, so but then I just made the money. I just kept doing it.
So, are you doing this for the money, or is there some type of passion in it?
I mean, it's cool, but I mean, my heart is in music, so I'm just that's what I'm.
Okay.
Just into that
So,
challenge.
that's what it is. But that's a great thing, man. Education. When did you? I mean, so, but this is where I was pulling on the last question, truthfully. Which, at one time, you went to school for what?
Psychology.
Okay, and that was to.
For me, I just picked psychology because I'm a thinker.
Okay.
I like knowing how the brain work. I'll sit and listen to you before I talk to you.
That's good.
I'll observe before I even say anything. And then I went through a lot in life, but people always came to me for advice. So I picked psychology because even in music, like I feel like with what I know now, I might be able to tell you something you don't know. Because what psychology teach you is another perspective. So like people growing up or a regular person, they might see something like, I grew up like this and da 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 da. They might think it's normal. I can tell you something, and you might think about it like, oh. But like even in music, if I could translate that in music, when you listen to the music, you think like, damn, like, okay, maybe this is like that, or maybe it is right to
Because you're
feel that
outside the
way.
box. Because you think outside the box more.
Right. So psychology was just really for me personally to learn how the mind works. So I can translate that in music, or I can translate that in conversation.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So it taught you better, more or less, how to communicate better with people.
Yeah, it taught me how to communicate, how to think. Because growing up, I grew up tough. It wasn't communication. It wasn't thinking like it's thinking one way. We gotta think. We gotta make it out. Sports or rap. We gotta do this and do that. We gotta. It's just normal to grow up like this. It's normal to see somebody get shot. It's normal to sell drugs. It's normal to da 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 da. You go to school, you get another perspective. Like, oh, maybe that ain't normal.
That's good stuff.
Maybe it ain't. Maybe I can say this another way instead of saying "fuck you." I can say another term.
So
You know what I'm
information. So information is definitely key, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
sure.
Getting the proper information. I have a segment, man, that I've tried to launch, and it's apologizing, and apologies, and I have another segment about forgiveness.
Yeah.
If there was anybody out there that you had an opportunity to let them know that you forgive them, it's something totally different from apologizing. We're talking about forgiveness, the art of forgiveness, man. It unblocks your blessing. If there's something, if there's anybody out there, it doesn't have, they have to be past, present, they could be deceased or whatever. If you had an opportunity right now, who would that person be? And here's your opportunity.
I'm not sure anyone had ever done me wrong. I felt the way. I pretty much forgave them. Me and my mom, we worked like me and my mom. It wasn't bad. It just So we worked through that. I forgave her. I forgave my parents. Everybody. Like I don't know myself. I guess. Like a lot of times I don't forgive myself. A lot of times I don't. I hold myself accountable, or I look at myself in certain ways. I know forgiveness is big, especially with God and everything. You gotta forgive. You won't get nowhere. But not just people, yourself too. I did a lot of stuff I still think about, or I wish I could have did different, or I don't let go. So, but for me to get here, I guess I forgive myself.
This is your opportunity. I'm saying you can really. I'm saying this is your aim of fame right here, bro. Because I think it's very important for us just as black men, man, to take the walls down of this masculinity that we can't talk about our woes and our pains and our sufferings and our struggles and our adversities in life, and openly have open conversations and dialogues about it, because it's important to heal. We want to still go battling every day in life and we're not healing. We're not. We're just covering with band-aids, and wraps over open wounds, and we still have to heal. I have to be able to trust you. That I can trust you with some of my deepest thoughts or secrets. I have to, so I can get it off my chest.
Right.
But now it's so everything's so social media. How do you feel about that?
About social media?
About just not being able to get it out there, and when you get it out there, social media will destroy you. How do you feel about that, just in general? Just
keeping life off social media, really. Like, we in the world now, you can't say it. Everybody has an opinion.
Wow.
So even if you express it, your opinion so little, because this person might see it, but you seeing 300 other people opinion about something. So that causes people to not think for themselves. I think you got how you feeling.
Wow.
Keep your life separate from social media. Like, I really don't even like being on social media because I'm an artist. I gotta promote myself. But as far as your personal life, that's your personal life. You get all these opinions, they cloud your judgment on how to think. If you reading something, and you reading a million people, that might change how you think about something. You like, oh wow, instead of you thinking for yourself. Like, that's social media is separate from real life.
Wow.
Everybody got their own thoughts and opinions, and you don't always have to voice them. It's not everybody calling to go on social media and tell how you feel. And most of the time, people don't care. It's cool to vent, but if you vent and just leave it. People need to focus on their own opinions and their own. You get to know yourself. Like, this generation, a lot of people don't know themselves at all. Because there's so many people pouring and you reading and seeing so much, it's like, you trying to be like this, you trying to be like that. I think this, I think that. It's like, get to know you first, and then if you want to share it, kind of. Like me, I share it through music. It'd be rare if I post something about how I'm feeling. If I share it through music or art, a million people can relate. But that's because I know who I am. And I'm firm in what my foundation is, and I keep my life outside of that. Like, the people around me, you need people around you. And my brother's always been around me, my cousins. So they built that foundation to me know, like, okay, that ain't you, or that's you, or this okay, that's not okay. Like,
So that support system, I'm taking from that, man, is, it's very important, the foundation. Your support system, man, to not so much to clarify, man, it's just to reinforce your vision. There's a depiction in the Word of God that speaks about Moses, and it was his hands was held high, and as long as the support, Joshua, the support was there, the war that was being fought was won. See, but when his hands went down, he was weak. See, sometimes, man, God sends us people, man, in our lives, man, to support our vision and our dreams. Stop chasing the bag. Chase the vision. The bag comes along with the vision. Stop chasing what's not obtainable. It's not even real. It's the vision. And that's so important to be said, man, because we chase something that is only going to take you further from your vision.
Yeah. And people think you can chase it alone. You can't. God is sending you people. You depend on God, but God is sending you somebody.
Exactly.
For him, you depending on that person is also you depending on God.
Ain't that something?
God sent them.
Ain't that something?
But nobody can get anywhere alone. You need people. But a lot of people think that I'm going to do it by myself. I can do this. No, you can't.
Come on.
It'll never work.
That's good. And and what's so amazing, man, people out there, man, that's tuning in, man, what's really amazing is the age, where his wisdom stands at this particular point in his life at such a early age. This reconfirms that God is able. He's still moving. this is things that we sometimes get away from because we get so caught up in everyday life. But if we start making God a part of our everyday lives and stop being part-time partakers and depend totally on Him, this is a living proof. I'm not telling you that I'm praising Him, and I'm telling you that at the age that so many of our people have fallen victim to. This is living proof, man, that finishing school, not even going that route, but having something behind you in life. Just the thought process itself is amazing. Man, listen, man, we want to get into some of your music, man. Let the people get a taste of that music, man, your vibes, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to get out the way in a second, man. It's been a blessing, bro. This is good. This is good information. Property pit. You know what I'm saying? You're an amazing guy, man. I would need you to tap in with the people, let them know where they can find the music. If I can get my sound, man, give me a little volume of the music. Tell the people, man, where they can tap in, man.
You can find me at Richie, Richie, Allen, Allen, Apple Music, YouTube, any platform. My latest mixtape is strictly personal. Instagram, you can find me Richie De Niro, Richiedeniro, Richie De Niro, and that's everything out there. It's on every platform. Richie Allen, strictly personal.
Hey, listen, man. Y'all make sure y'all support. We always talking about, what we're for. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop talking, man, and really put some action behind our words, man. Don't forget about the little guys, man. He won't forget about you because he's well on his way. Hey, this is Archie Santana again, off the crate. You know what it is. Peace. For the weekend, we doing better than decent. You ain't gotta take out your car, baby, I'm treating.